Well, this is it. The fall of the Republic. That's what's happening right now if we don't reverse what's unfolding. Alex Jones here with one of the most important special reports that I've ever brought to you. Paul Watson has now posted a key breakdown with all the quotes, the facts that prove that absolute total tyranny is now taking place against our constitutional republic. In fact, tyranny isn't even a strong enough word. I'm talking about the Super Congress and the debt ceiling. 2 weeks ago, the Republican leader of the Senate, Mitch McConnell, came out and said, hey, we'll just give Obama the power of the purse. We'll just sign the congressional authority over to him. And a lot of constitutional scholars came out and said, well, you can't do that. It's unconstitutional. That's treason. And he said, okay, don't worry about that. And a few days later, he said, we'll have a super Congress. 6 members of the House, 6 members of the Senate, who will decide behind closed doors with the president. So that's 13, the Council of 13. I mean, this is something out of a science fiction book. I can't believe this is happening. And that they will then bring the legislation to the floor. This is in the news. This is admitted. And they will either vote it up or down. No amendments can be added, no checks and balances, and no filibuster. And in the plan they floated, if Congress doesn't vote for it, then the council goes ahead with its own cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is dictatorship of this council, because the president still has his veto. So there's 6 members in the House, 6 in the Senate, and the president. And I got a bunch of news articles pulled up here from the left and right, where even the Huffington Post is saying it's dangerous, and Gun Owners of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that this is going on, there's almost no debate, and Fox News and CNN, I've been watching them the last week, discuss this with a straight face and say, we've got to get this debt limit up. Oh my gosh. I mean, they've raised it dozens of times. They're making it into such a big deal because that's the smokescreen for this major change to the way our constitutional republic runs. This eviscerates the power of the House of Representatives and the elected representatives and the Senate by, I would say, more than 90%. Gets rid of their amendments, their filibuster power, and gets rid of their power to bring forward bills and legislation. Now things will originate out of the Super Congress or the Super Tyranny. And if I think this is shocking this week, what will it be like in a month? You know, that's the issue. That's how tyranny works. It just slowly builds and builds and builds and then starts to accelerate. And we've seen this over and over again. The global elite are bringing America into total financial collapse to consolidate it. That's admitted. And they're going for broke. They've committed so many crimes, stolen so many trillions, that if they don't set up out in the open tyranny, they're going to end up losing control, and then the people will bring them to justice. And so there's no quarter here. There's no backing off. They're going all the way. It's us or them. Now, again, please go to Infowars.com and PrisonPod.com. We've posted a key report that breaks down the quotes, the documents, the statements. But what's crazy is this is in mainstream news, but they report on it like it's the price of gasoline or the price of milk. Just nonchalant. Oh, yeah, the Super Congress is going to run things now. And then you add that to going to war without congressional approval, even when Congress gets upset. Carbon taxes without congressional approval. The BATF with new gun control measures. They couldn't pass the law a month ago, so they're just implementing it through Obama orders. The health care waivers to people that are insiders. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I called my wife today, and I said, look, I may send you out of the country. I'm going to go down with a ship. I've never gotten so freaked out by a story that I called 2 or 3 national radio hosts I knew. And I said, even if you don't cover this, for God's sakes, get our info and talk about it on the radio tonight and tomorrow. I mean, this is so crazy, I can't believe it's happening. It's kind of like a few times growing up where I would see a big car wreck in front of me. I saw one time and I rendered aid where this Corvette raced past me at 100 and something miles an hour, up ahead of me on the I-30 bridge in Rockwall over Lake Ray Hubbard. It flipped and tore all apart, and there were dead people everywhere. And it was like slow motion as I was watching it. This has got that same feeling. And here I am just on YouTube trying to warn people. This shows you how bad the rot is, just like in Germany or Russia or Maoist China, that this isn't even being debated. This isn't even being discussed. It's, oh, they'll fix it with the new Super Congress. Now let me hear, this will be more professional, but I'm at home. We can't wait. We have to get this out now. This will be decided in the next 24 hours. But even if they pass it, we can wake up to the tyranny and reverse it. But we've got to face the tyranny first. Now, I want to go over this. This is Gun Owners of America. Okay? Congress should decide whether Super Congress could impose gun control. And it goes on to say, as the plan has been presented, and I've got the quotes by Harry Reid and others, they have the power over all laws with no debate, no filibuster, no amendments, and the Speaker of the House, as it reports, cannot block the dozens of gun bills, including outright bans on handguns. They can't stop anything. And that's why the founders put all these checks and balances in, so things couldn't be ramrodded through. The German Republic, the Weimar Republic, didn't have that. So understand, as it stands now, we'll have Larry Pratt on tomorrow, but it may be too late then. This gives dictatorial power to 6 in the House, 6 in the Senate, and the President, the Council of 13. Okay, I'm getting chills. Okay, so there's that report, and they call it tremendous powers. This is not a Blue Ribbon Committee commission. This is a super committee with more power than the Congress, kind of like Congress signed over its power on trade to the World Trade Organization in the mid-90s. This is how this treason works. Now here's the Huffington Post. Debt ceiling deal that cuts trillions creates super Congress announced by party leaders. This was Sunday night, last night. And it goes in to the incredible powers that they have. And they have the quotes in here by McConnell. And McConnell's in here saying, look, this is not a just blue ribbon committee. This has incredible powers over Congress. And then they've got Harry Reid in here as well, saying we have control and power over everything. Here's another one. Super Congress gets even more powers. And this is the one that's really got all the quotes. Let me try to find them here. The problem is I start shooting this live. And then the point is go read all of these articles for yourself and just see what they've set up, see what they've done for yourself. Here's another one. White House wants Super Congress to take Bush tax cuts off the table. So now this won't be debated by the House and Senate. No, the 13-member committee, counting the president, it will decide all of that. And then, of course, there's an article at Zero Hedge, and we wrote these years ago, breaking down the presidential decision directives, NSPD 51 and NSPD 20, that for any emergency, including economic, allow the president to suspend Congress for half a year on all major economic decisions. Now, getting into these other reports, this is an example of power grabbing. White House backs questionable health care waivers to all their insider buddies outside of law. Here's another one. Analysis. Obama under pressure to delay EPA carbon rules. Congress wouldn't pass it, so they just went ahead and implemented it. And of course, only against people that aren't part of the inside group. General Electric and others get waivers. There's this letter sent out half a month ago to gun dealers that we covered, saying, well, we don't have a law to restrict your Second Amendment and to make you follow all these new rules, but the ATF says so. Again, they tried to pass the law a month ago, but when it failed, we have a video out on that, they just went forward with this. And we have this video that covers all of that in great detail. Obama launches gun grab. And then you have all of the war news. Senator Lugar, Obama needs congressional approval for war in Libya, but that was written back in March. 4 months later, they never got any of that approval. Look, it's on. Total dictatorship of a 13-member council, and it's not even being debated or discussed. I have never reported something this important. You notice every week I keep saying that now, because it gets crazier by the week. It gets crazier by the day. And this is all happening right now. Call Congress, call Talk Radio, call everyone. Send this video out to everyone you know. Warn everyone, or live under complete tyranny. For God's sakes, please, please, please